Hey, comic book community, Longbox Love Affair here with an AwesomeCon Washington, D.C. Recap. So I'm gonna kind of cut to the chase and just talk a little bit about my experience and then show off some of the books I picked up. So I had a 3-day pass. It was this past Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Easter weekend, which is questionable. So, wondering how many people are going to come out, but there were a lot of people throughout the whole convention, and there were some good celebrities, some good comic book artists. There's never a whole lot of comic book vendors. There's a lot of that pop culture and swords, and there was a Star Wars exhibit. Last year they had Stan Lee, which was awesome, and AwesomeCon. And then this year he was supposed to be there, but canceled out about a month ago. Completely understandable, but I was hoping to see him again. That said, I had my eyes set on several different creators and was able to snag some signatures. So the first day, I wanted to get a signature from Greg Capullo, and it was the Dark Knights metal group. So it was Glampian, it was Scott Snyder, and it was Capullo. And I got in this line, and the line barely moved. It was around several partitions, probably 100 people deep. And after about an hour, I gave up. And that was an hour and change that I could have gone back in and looked at books and picked up some things. As it was, I only picked up a couple things before then, just randomly. So I needed to redeem myself. So I was able to get, and actually just walk right up and get Sean Murphy's signature on Batman White Knight #2, I think I had. It was a 2 or 3, the first Neo Joker. So since Sean Murphy doesn't do a whole lot of cons, I got a signature on that book for me, and was able to get some signatures from a fellow YouTuber. I was also hanging out with a friend on Friday, so I didn't want to bore him completely. He's not so much into comics, he's into the Star Wars stuff, and picked up some Star Wars books, so that was cool. Then just bounced around, checked out the sites, strategized a little bit, and got ready for Saturday. I will show the books I got signed at the end, some of the photos that I took, because I signed them and got them sent out to CGC for signature verification. I also had CGC get Fabian Nicieza to sign my X-Force #2. He was there, and it was a weird situation because he's the only one that wouldn't accept CGC coming to his booth. He was doing a private signing, so I had to fill out the paperwork, give them my book, and he was going to sign it later. And I was actually at the CGC booth on Sunday where he was doing that signing, so it was kind of cool to see. So no line or anything, he just took the books, signed them, and they got put back in the CGC pile. And then on Saturday I did get to see Greg Capullo, and got in line, and the line, for the amount of time I spent in the line the day before with no success, I was further back in line and made it to the front. So an hour and change for no results to an hour with my book signed. So I had a couple issues of Spawn, the 174, 175 Gunslinger Spawn, signed by him and shipped off. Dan Jurgens was here, and I didn't get a chance to meet him. Who else did I get a signature from? I know there was another one. It's escaping me right now. Sheesh. I'll show it in the photos, because you'll see it right there. So let me just get to the book. So I've bored you with a recap. Cool con. There's some other ones happening in the area. Some lower key, not big convention hall ones. But Rob Liefeld is coming to, I think it's Fairfax Con or something, that's in June. Maybe I'll meet him, maybe not. I'm hoping to maybe go up to Philly for Wizard World for like a day and try to meet Jim Steranko. But that's just one day that I might go up. Oh, I remembered. So Jim Starlin. I was able to walk right up to Jim Starlin's booth and get a signature. I know other cons where he's been at that he's acted a little crazy, or he's not into CGC, which that has changed, so they've ironed that out. He was accepting witnesses for CGC, He was in good spirits, and there was no line. And I know there have been some long lines at his cons, so that was pretty cool. So he was the one I was missing, and he's one of my favorites. I asked him if he would do a sketch, and I didn't realize that he had an accident about a year and a half ago and is no longer drawing, which was a bummer. Bummer for him, and a bummer because I was hoping to get a quick sketch from him. The books. So I got some really cool books, and I got some just randoms that I thought, I'd pick up if they were on the cheap. This one, I'm a big Valiant fan, and I got 2 copies of Exo Manowar #0, the chromium cover. The thing with this one is it's the ivory variant of the corner box. So if you compare this with another one, you'll see that this is a more pale ivory color, and they had 2 of them. I actually saw another one at the con. I was surprised. I've never seen them except for one other time. I have another one of these in my collection. So I may flip these, I may hold on to these, I'm not sure. Actually, it would be kind of cool to get Joe Quesada's autograph on this because he did the artwork. Really cool chromium cover, one of the first after Bloodshot to have that chromium cover, the full wraparound cover actually. It's beautiful. I remember buying this off the rack. So pick those up. For $1, I picked up a Cable 75. This is beautiful Rob Liefeld artwork and splash pages. If you haven't seen this book, it's one that, if you're a fan of Liefeld's art, you definitely should check it out. It's not an easy one to find at the cons or in any bins. I think it got gobbled up. It may be low print run. It's part of the Apocalypse 12 storyline. And it has Wolverine as the Horseman of War. So there's that. I've never seen this issue, this variant cover to the Search for Cyclops. I've seen some of the other ones. I have some of the other ones, so I thought I'd pick this up for $1. Excalibur 125. This is the wedding of Megan and Captain Britain. And supposedly low print run, sells for a little bit online. Not sure if it has legs, but for $1, I picked it up. And then also, I was able to get the 3 issues I was looking for in Teen Titan or on Justice League, and this is an Apocalypse story that I was looking to get. So I got this for $2. This prelude is Justice League of America 183. It's got really cool prelude to the Darkseid saga that follows in actually 184 and 185 classic Darkseid covers. Darkseid, sorry. As a kid, I always thought it was Darkseid. But I've been looking for these for a while. Just got this for $2 and got each of these for, I think, $10 each. Not awful. I was looking for it a little cheaper, but finally bit the bullet since I wasn't finding anything else. I don't remember what I paid for this, but the prototype version of, I guess, 3rd printing? Yep, of Spider-Gwen. So just a cool thing to have. I couldn't remember if I had this or not. I may. And then I bit the bullet and found a really nice copy of Spawn number 228. One of the ones in my collection that I need, or one of the ones I needed for my collection. So it's a cool throwback to Action Comics number 1. So that's what I picked up there. And then the last day of the con, today. Actually, no, let me show you one more that I got on the first day. In the first bin I looked in, I found this. Love this cover. It's a Del Auto, Ends of the Earth variant, Amazing Spider-Man number 686. So I only need 2 more. I need the Doc Ock one, and I need the Electro one to complete my set of all the Ends of the Earths variant covers. And these are beautiful books. I never thought I'd own them or find them. I never really sought them out, but got really into it. Especially this cover I've never seen in the wild, and so I picked it up, and it was $10. So today I went to the con Sunday to wrap up, to drop off some CGC books that I wanted to get sent off, pressed and verified, and picked up 3 books. That 2 are good ones for my collection, and then the last one I slabbed. I sent out to be slabbed, so I don't even have it to show you. I just have something to remind you of it. So the first is Sex Criminals number 2. This is the 4th printing. So I've been collecting the different printings that they have of this. So I got that. And then this one I saw on Instagram recently, so I had been sort of looking for it. It's just a really cool, trippy Sex Criminals #1, 6th printing, and it looks like it's in a rack. Both of these were half off, so I paid $4 total for both of these. So $2 each, not bad. And then the last book I bought, I bit the bullet, and I got Superman Platinum. So this is just the bag. It was sealed. It was on a wall, and it was a decent deal. It's the lowest price I'd seen in a while. Rarely see this book. And it's like no way to tell the condition because it's in the bag, and you have to just go by faith. And it wasn't priced like a cheap book. And so I'm feeling the sides, trying to see if there's like a corner indent or what have you. It's more of a hard stock cover in some ways, or a cardboard stock. Feeling the sides, and then the corners looked tight. And I could see there's clearness at the bottom, and I could see the bottom of the cover. It didn't look damaged at all. So I go up to CGC, and you have to give them permission to open your book, or you really should just open it and give it to them. It doesn't affect the grade, and they won't grade it if it's not opened, from what I've been told. Maybe someone else knows otherwise, but they're not going to grade it in the bag. They're going to take it out. So I got some scissors, and there are people around, and my hands are shaking, slowly trying to get this open and not damage it, and pull it out, and it is beautiful. It is pristine. I didn't have time to get a photo of it before he put it in my stack, and it's now being shipped off. It is that gray cover, but just sparkly, bloody S, and just Superman 75. So I should get it back in the next 2 months or so. It will be an amazing part of my collection because it's one I've always looked for. It also means a lot to me because that's when I really started getting into collecting, probably the year or two before then. And then Superman, during his death, actually went through one in my family. So it's, it plays a significant part of my life. And to have the variant cover is, you never thought I'd have that. I thought I found one on Craigslist for $5, and there were some other books I was going to buy from this guy, so I bit, and I asked him, and he brought it, and it was just the gray cover. People think it was the platinum cover, but no, this is just the gray cover, the normal. So I found this one. Now, if you are looking for this, don't get confused, because next to this was the Adventures of Superman 500, and it's just the regular S Platinum. So there is a variant cover to the Return of Superman. It's less money, and it's less value, and it's not as sought after. So make sure that you have the blood dripping down the S if you are looking to buy this, because that is the distinction. The color is the same between the two issues. The Platinum Adventures of Superman 500, and then the Superman 75. So I got this. Not getting it signed. I'm just preserving it. Can't wait to show it to y'all. So that's my haul, and that was AwesomeCon. And so I'm going to show some photos of those books that I don't have in my possession, but CGC has their work cut out for them. Keeping my fingers crossed. And yeah, so I also met some really great people in the community. There were a couple of YouTubers there, Rag718, Symphonic Elk, and then there were people who watch my videos. So I'm not used to being recognized, and so that was pretty cool. It was cool to talk with them for a little bit, and just we're all hunting. So that's it. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll talk to you later. All right, bye-bye. I'm still here, but you don't trust it all.